So some huge transfer news after a huge morning of news anyway, and Forest are this close to James McAtee. Welcome to your transfer news. Afternoon everybody, hope you're doing well and welcome to your latest Forest transfer news where it's all going off today and it's exciting. I'm in a good mood. You should be in a good mood. Let me know you're in a good mood by hitting that like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. There should be no excuses for anything less than 900 likes. It's got 1,000 likes. Make sure you've hit that like button and make sure you go and check out Football Prizes, this huge Forest giveaway to match this huge occasion. You can win a main prize of a signed framed Ryan Yates shirt. You can win cash up front. You can win Ola Einar signed frame shirt. It's an instant prize. All you got to do is scan this QR code or click on the link that's pinned in the comments, grab your tickets. And if you win Einar's shirt, we need to talk. Let's get into the news because McAtee is close. It is nearly done. Forest are this close to getting McAtee. Now, shout out to all the members on Patreon because I told you last Thursday that this was a done deal and that Forest were getting McAtee. Everything was signed, sealed, delivered. And now we're starting to see the mainstream media catch up. So you Patreonees, never doubt me, never doubt me. If you want to join Patreon, the link's in the description where all those exclusives are dropping. Romano is claiming it's an exclusive. Keep up, Romano. He says, Forest are closing in on James McAtee deal with Man City. Agreement at the final stages in a fee in excess of £20 million. Forest confident on getting it done. Here we go, expected soon. He then goes on to say, more on the James McAtee and Forest exclusive. Personal terms are also fully agreed. McAtee wants Forest. Spurs wanted him, by the way. Despite several requests, and the clubs are at the final stages of negotiations. Here we go, expected soon. Now, I laugh at Spurs wanting them, but it's genuine. Not only did Spurs want them, but the clubs over in Germany wanted them. Remember, we brought you the report to say that McAtee had flown out to Germany. I think it was Frankfurt and a couple of others. He went there, checked it out, and then he was like, this ain't the world-famous City ground. Why am I wasting my time here? And he flew straight back. And this is why this deal is going to happen, because now that Forest have got Europa League, by the way, if you haven't seen that, and you're sitting there like, what? It's been enough. We were live. Go check the live. I'll leave it on the end screen for you. Forest can now start to move their business forward. We've got to see that pedal pushed down to the metal and it's got to get moving quickly, right? And McAtee is a fantastic start. So I just want to run you through a quick article just to give you the background on all of this, right? So we know the Fabrizio Romano bit. McAtee's future has been uncertain throughout the summer transfer window, particularly after Pep opted against naming him in City's Club World Cup. McAtee alongside Grealish were left out of the sides for the competition, with both players now likely heading out the exit door. So Grealish, just to bring up to speed, is confirmed as a loan move to Everton, and Tottenham are looking at Savino to get him as a winger, which I don't care if that happens, but just to give you some background, Man City have got a few exits coming out. Forest are in the market for attacking reinforcements after they allowed Anthony Elanga to depart to Newcastle earlier in the window. Although they replaced the winger with Dan Doy, Nuno Espirito Santo is clearly looking for further options in the final third, especially after qualifying for Europe last season. That now needs to say Europa. Hold that, Palace. He then said, it goes on to say about the report and tweet for in excess of £20 million from Romano. McAtee's versatility could make him a useful option in Nuno's squad ahead of the 25-26 campaign. The former Sheffield loanee is predominantly an attacking midfielder, but is also capable of playing on the right-hand side of attack. As mentioned, Forest will be playing in the Europa League next season, which is often taxing for a small squad. Although McAtee might not be guaranteed starter due to Forest having Gibbs-White and Doy for the attacking midfield and right-wing positions respectively, they'll need increased squad depth to deal with the hectic fixture schedule. Forest start their Premier League campaign with a home fixture against Brentford on Sunday. The Midlands outfit then travel to Palace see. Before ending the month with a home game against West Ham. Whether McAtee will be signed in Forest in time for the game against Brentford remains to be seen, but it's an exciting addition for them nonetheless. Okay, so a lot to unpack from that. Firstly, 20 million is an absolute bargain. Forest were trying, there was reports a few weeks ago to say 25 plus 5, 25 this, 25 the other was being rejected. And I did say to you guys at the time that Man City are not in a strong position in negotiation because McAtee only has 1 year left on his deal. And come January, they could have and probably would have lost him for free because there was no talks about a new contract. To get him at this price, to get a player who already has chemistry with the likes of Elliot Anderson, let's not forget they were playing together in the summer. To get a player who's actually attack-minded, who can dribble the ball, who can shoot. He's got a sweet left foot. I actually like the idea of playing him on the right-hand side. I know he can play in the middle and does so, but he can also play on the right. I don't really know where I think his best position is, and I don't think many people will yet have him pegged down to that perfect position because he is still young. And he broke through the Man City team last season. I think I've got the amount of games he played. He's played 68 games at attacking midfielder, 48 games as central midfielder, and he's played 12 games as a right midfielder. But when he's played as a right midfielder, he's been able to get 4 goals and 3 assists from that position because of the inverting in on the left foot. But overall, for Man City, he's played 34 senior games for them, and he's got 7 goals. 7 goals! This guy scores goals! A midfielder that scores goals! I'm so excited! I'm so excited. It's just so nice to finally be linked with a player who looks forward, not sideways and backwards. So I'm really excited for this. He's young, he fits the profile, I don't know where we start him. We'll break it down in another video. How does he start, if he starts, and what happens? But what I do know now is that Forest have just had a +8 in the column minimum on the amount of games we have to play because we're in the Europa League group stages. So I'm very excited about this one. Now, I believe, and I'm certain now, that the guys I was talking to last week who confirmed this to me, they were saying the deal was done last week. It wasn't Forest talking to Man City. They were saying this is done and dusted. Okay? So I expect this one to get over the line before the Brentford game. Now, usually the cutoff is the Friday at midday. If you've registered a player before Friday at midday for that game week, then they can play, obviously, unless you're playing on the Friday. And with Forest playing on the Sunday, I think this one can comfortably get done before then. So I expect a here we go probably today, latest tomorrow. Just because Romano's tweeting about it now, don't forget, as I've been telling you guys over on Patreon, that this was done last Thursday. So I expect this is so far down the road now that it's ready to go to medical stage. And Forest are cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking. And speaking of cooking, I'll be cooking D tonight at 8 p.m. Oh, so much trouble. Make sure you've hit that like, make sure you've subscribed, make sure if you haven't seen the party stream earlier on for the announcement of Forest getting Europa, I'll leave that here for you on the end screen. I'll see you on the next video. So much news coming out. Have your alerts on. Like and subscribe. Come on, you Reds.